Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have my NBA picks for December 16th, 2025. It is the Emirates Championship game in this play-in tournament. It's kind of warmed up to this play-in tournament. I'm starting to kind of feel it a little bit, and I love this matchup with the Spurs versus the Knicks. You got two really good teams going against each other. I expect a lot of pace in this game. And we have three good lines for you. Three player props, one best bet. I absolutely love these picks. We did come off of a bad day yesterday, so you know how I am. When I have a losing day, I really hate it and I really want to bounce back spot. And I feel like we have a good opportunity here when I'm looking at this slate. Some really good value here, and I don't want the value to be wasted. So hopefully you have your notifications on. If you don't, that's a way to kind of miss out on some really good value. Usually put these picks out at night. Sometimes I check them out a little later, maybe in the day tomorrow, and they will not be playable. Of course, you can put these picks into your Taco Tuesday picks. That's what I plan on doing. That's how confident I feel with them. And honestly, you can put them in DraftKings if that's something that you use as well. Using prize picks here for these lines right now. And I'm going to go ahead and get to our stats. As I said yesterday, not the best day. I think Dunn's going over his line. When I checked, he was still a little under it, but we'll know. We'll see. 23 of 17, 58% on our best bets, and then our hammer plays hitting at 53%. Speaking of hammer play, let's go with Jaylen Brunson of the Knicks. Fantasy score season average 39. I got him projected at 45. I expect him to have a big game here. He plays a lot of minutes, 35 minutes, 39 minutes, as I was saying. He should get 39 plus. He's had 39 in the last two games. And the Spurs are not great versus guarding point guards. In ball screen, they do a lot of drop coverage instead of hedging or possibly double teaming the basketball to get it out of the guard's hands. Expecting 25 plus shots for him here. PRA is set at 40, and his fantasy score is at 43.5. I mean, I think he'll get some assists. I think he'll get some rebounds. He's going to be on the court for a very, very, very long time. Whether he has the shooting day that a lot of people are projecting or not, I think he does other things to get to this line along with scoring. So give me the over 43.5 fantasy score for Jaylen Brunson. Next guy, I mean, I've been going with this guy for a while. See no reason to change it. Stefon Castle, season average 33, projection 35. Had 12 potential assists in the last game. So I don't know. I watched the game. I went back and watched it again too. He was spraying assists out to guys. I think Harrison Barnes alone had five open threes that Castle created, and he missed all five of them. Other guys, Fox, even Wemby missed a wide open layup that he passed him the ball on. So there was a lot of easy assists that came off the board. Talking about fantasy score, assists help out a lot. I think he gets to the bucket and gets foul calls this game. He got fouled a couple times on and ones that wasn't called. I just love his energy. I love his effort here. High usage, good rebounder, strong finisher, and he's good on defense. So no steals, no blocks. I think he gets something in this game like that. I expect 34, 35 minutes in this game, or maybe even more. And I expect the Spurs to push the pace. Um, I don't expect them to go slow. I think they're going to push the pace, make them go, make this game go a little bit faster. He's the inbounder on set plays. Why is that important? Because the inbounder usually gets a lot of cheap assists, especially when you got a guy like Wemby you're passing the ball to. So give me the over 32.5 fantasy score for Stefon Castle. Third pick of the day, Victor Wembanyama. PRA projection 34, PRA season average 41. He's on a minutes restriction. One thing I know from watching the Spurs throughout the years, when they put somebody on a minutes restriction, they usually stick to it. They want to win the championship in June. I don't think they're going to risk putting him out there for 30 minutes for a mid-season championship game. Although I think he'll uptick to about 25. He only played 21 in the last game, and he did very well. But he still went under this line. He will, he'll get 25 minutes at most. Um, they ran almost every play for him in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure if that happens again, and if it does, the Knicks are very good versus centers. In fact, they're one of the best in the NBA against centers. Only 11 shot attempts. Cat slash Robinson should be able to do a decent job, putting being physical with him at least. So give me the under 36.5 PRA. And this is one of those lines that the public's gonna bet up. So if you're with me and you like his under, I would just wait. Sit back and wait. Wait till it gets up to 38, 39, whatever, because the public is going to probably want to push this line up as we get closer to game time. Now for my best bet, Spurs versus Knicks. Not gonna overthink this. We're gonna go over 230.5. Spurs, as I said, are pushing pace. The Knicks have some elite scores. Neither team has done great on defense of late. I see a lot of points. It's in Vegas. I think we're going up and down here. I absolutely like this over. I think both teams find ways to put the ball in the basket. They have so many talented offensive guys. You got Fox, Vassell, Castle, Wemby on the Spurs. Even Barnes is a good three-point shooter. And then on the Knicks, you got Brunson, Towns, you got Bridges that's going to create things. You got guys off the bench like Jordan Clarkson that can come in and light it up. So give me the over 230.5 for the Spurs versus the Knicks. Now we're looking at Brunson over his fantasy score. 43.5 is the hammer play. Castle over 32.5 is the fantasy score. And then Wemby under 36.5 PRA. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Of course, you can leave a comment. I do appreciate all comments. Try to get back to everyone with their comments. If you have a disagreement, if you have a pick that you like, go ahead and post it. That's for me. And then donate here. You see that right there? You can donate, tip, do whatever you need to do. It's also on the front of my page in the description section. So a lot of opportunities to tip, especially if you cash out with a sweep. It's only right, you tip your server, go ahead and tip me as well. With all that being said, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and let's cash.